Hello everybody, 'tis the Amazing Gaming Guy here, and welcome to a brand new Let's Build It series. Yes, it is the triumphant return of myself and Joe. Yes, my good friend Joe, who helped me build the Steampunk City, and if you've seen the Steampunk City, you'll know that it turned out alright. We're really proud of that. So we're both back and we're both ready to build something new and hopefully equally as wonderful. And what we've decided that we want to try and do is create a Mayan city. We looked up online, we looked up Mayan pyramids, we looked up Mayan cities, Mayan culture, and you know what? We didn't really find much in Minecraft. There was some good ones, there were some not so good ones, and something that annoyed us a little bit, or at least made us think, was that in terms of like Mayan pyramids and stuff, nobody had really done it that well. There was a whole bunch of like really big ones and cool ones and impressive ones, but like none of them had everything. None of them had the right amount of detail and the scale. You know what I mean? Like there were some that were huge but they didn't have detail, and there were some that were small and they had detail but they were the wrong size. It was a bit strange. So we thought, you know what, there's a gap there. Let's make something really cool that nobody seems to have quite achieved yet. So that's what we're doing here. So we've leveled out this space in the middle of this wonderful lush forest, this jungle, and we are just creating or mapping out the layers of our pyramid, and we've done a bunch of architectural research, and it looks like these pyramids are formed of 9 layers, each of the 9 layers representing a part of the Mayan calendar, and they sort of ascend in these 9 layers, each getting smaller and smaller as, you know, it's a pyramid. There's stairs on each side, and it's a very symmetrical building. It's symmetrical on all sides and all sort of heights and stuff. So due to that, we're going to be using a lot of world edit, and I think most people are okay with us using world edit. A couple of people in the comments on, you know, the Steampunk City videos and stuff had a bit of a problem with us using world edit, so I will just quickly explain why we use it. We do not have time to build something like this without the help of world edit. It's an incredibly powerful tool, and you know, me and Joe discussed this, and we sort of we thought it was a bit silly that people criticize world edit, because at the end of the day, you see like a massive cool building in, I don't know, along like the New York skyline or something, like the New World Trade Center. You see that and you go, wow, that's a really cool building. You don't go, but it's not that cool a building because they used a crane to make it, or they used a digger to make it. They should have made it with their bare hands. That's kind of the way we see it. It's like, it's what you create that's interesting, not the tools you use to create it. And because this whole build is incredibly symmetrical, on this temple, anyway, this temple is only going to comprise the first episode, by the way. We're going to be going and building a whole bunch of other Mayan buildings and stuff, which will have less world edit, but this one, we're actually only going to build one corner, and then we're going to copy that corner to create a side, and then we're going to copy those sides to create all 4 sides of the pyramids, because it would be ridiculous not to. And this one side, like this corner here, took us 3 hours. So if you think about that, like that took us 3 hours with a bunch of world edit. Just imagine how long it would take us to do the whole thing without world edit. You got 3 hours, and then it's like 6 hours, 9 hours, 12 hours, and that's just half. So it'll be 24 hours to build this whole thing without world edit. Probably even longer, because we use world edit on this corner as well. So yeah, there you go. So onto the actual build itself. You can see that we're doing this sort of snaky pattern going across, and we're replicating this as we go up the pyramid, and we're also putting some stair patterns into the floor, so there's sort of spirals and stuff actually on the stairs on the floor. We're trying to put detail in at every single point here to make this incredibly detailed, and yeah, you can really see it starting to come together now. And we decided to have the staircase protrude at sort of a different angle to the rest of the pyramid, because when we were looking them up, this is the style that we preferred. Some pyramids, the stairs go at the same angle as the sides of the pyramid, but we sort of preferred the ones where it didn't, where it came out a bit. We thought that looked a little bit cooler, had a bit more detail, so that's what we've chosen to do on this one. And you can see I'm just going around and getting rid of sort of all the rock and stuff that's in the way of where that set of stairs needs to go, and then terraforming it back to beautiful lush forest or jungle, rainforest. So I put down a bunch of sand because sand falls, and then I replaced that sand with grass so that I could just very quickly put grass in all over this area. And then I went around smoothing, and then by hand I was getting rid of trees and making slight adjustments. And meanwhile, while I was doing that, Joe was creating these braziers, and we decided that we were going to have these big sort of flaming braziers on the 3rd, 6th and sort of 9th levels, just to give a little bit more definition to the height of the pyramid so it didn't look so repeated. It's meant to be repetitive and it's meant to be symmetrical, but we wanted to break it up a little bit just to give it a bit of extra detail, And also it serves as a way for us to cast a little bit of light on it at night time so you can actually see it. I thought that was quite important. And then we created this huge disc on top out of diorite, I think. I still get andesite and diorite mixed up. I can't believe I still get them mixed up. It's the white one, whichever one that is. So yeah, we've come to the top of the pyramid, and I'm just clearing out space for when the stairs go in. And here we go. Joe is about to copy and paste all the sides of the pyramid. There's one side and 2 sides and 3 sides going in. So while I went around and cleaned up the areas where the stairs are going in, Joe was just pasting in those stairs. We decided to do it in 2 steps. We'd do the sides of the pyramid and then we'd do the stairs afterwards, just so that we didn't, cut into the earth and stuff and make a mess. It just seemed like the cleaner way of doing it. And there you go. That's almost the complete pyramid. It looks pretty impressive, I think. It took us quite a long time to make it, and yeah, I really like how it's turning out. We didn't want it to be a ruined pyramid as such. We wanted this to be perhaps towards the end of the height of the Mayan era, but not like present day, where this whole thing would be pretty much in ruins. We want it to be still fairly close to what it would have been originally, but it is also somewhat taken over by nature. So maybe the Mayans have been gone for, I don't know, 1,000 years, 100,000, not 100,000, what was it? 500 to 1,000 years or something, somewhere between those two. That's it. At night time, we're just going around and lighting it up, making it look beautiful and serene. Even though these pyramids have been a place of sacrifice and death and horrible things, we still wanted to look pretty. So yeah, that is just about all we have time for today. Thank you so much for watching and joining us for this new series. I hope that you'll continue to watch this series. We're really enjoying making it. So yeah, give it a like, comment and subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.